All right. Good afternoon. Good to see everybody. And, hope everybody is doing well, and the people who are with us today, as well as people who might watch this later. Uh, we're in September of 2020, so we're facing some challenges. Uh, but today we're going to look at uh, verb structures again, as we have been looking at verb structures, and we have been studying them according to. Let me share a screen with you. I want to see. All right. We've been studying English verbs, and I basically separate English verbs between doing and being. Doing and being. If you have children in elementary school, they will talk about doing verbs and being verbs, or they'll talk about action verbs and being verbs. And we use that. In my classes, I use this chant, the I am chant, and I hope you know it well by now. I'm going to, well, as I share my screen, let's see, I'm going to see if I can mute everybody. I'm going to go through it again. Now, I don't mean to bore you, um, but uh-oh, that's not what I meant to do. I don't mean to bore you, but this is very important. So maybe you can just say it with me instead of repeating it after me. No, that won't work. Uh, can I ask everybody to mute? Everybody mute. There you go. Everybody mute. And good, good, good. Everybody mute. And repeat after me. The symbol is I am, I am, I am. And the question is, am I, am I, am I? Yes, I am. No, I'm not. I'm not. I am. The symbol is he is, he is, he is. And we're using the straight shoulders of the man, and he is, he is, he is. So the man is, he is, he is, he is. Repeat after me. Is he, is he, is he? Yes, he is. No, he isn't. He isn't. He is. The symbol for she that we're using is the symbol like the dress. So I look in this direction and I say, she is, she is, she is. Repeat after me. Is she, is she, is she? Yes, she is. No, she isn't. She isn't. She is. It is, it is, it is. Is it, is it, is it? Yes, it is. No, it isn't. It isn't. It is. We are, we are, we are. Are we, are we, are we? Yes, we are. No, we aren't. We aren't. We are. You are, you are, you are. Are you, are you, are you? Yes, you are. No, you aren't. You aren't. You are. They are, they are, they are. Are they, are they, are they? Yes, they are. No, they aren't. They aren't. They are. Good, thank you. As we practice that, remember, we're training our ear so that you'll be able to hear it more easily. And we're training our tongue so that you'll be able to say it more easily. And we're also training our mind so that you'll be able to remember it or produce it more easily. And so we remember that we use to be for identification. He's my old friend. I am Richard. She is Lorena. Description, they're so nice. He's tall. He's from Mexico. Location, we're on Zoom. I'm in Mississippi. They're in Honduras. And also for progressive continuous tenses, progressive tense or continuous tense. This is something that already began, that is in process, and we expect it to stop. For example, I'm teaching you how to use the continuous tense. Um, it's marked by a form of to be. For example, I am, and then the present participle or the ing form of the verb. So these are the uses that are very common of to be. We also use to be for the passive voice. Now, in the progressive continuous voice, we use to be, I am, you are, he is, she is, it is, we are, you are, they are, and the ing form of the verb. And this is continuous. In the passive tense, we use to be with the past participle. The pizza was burned. Now, this is not just past, it is past, but it's passive voice. We don't know who burned the pizza, but the pizza did not burn itself. The pizza received the burning. This is marked by a form of to be and the ed or the past participle form of the verb. So your child runs in and says, Mama, Mama, brother hit me. Well, you know who did it. You know who did it. But if you walk in and your son says, Mama, Mama, the lamp is broken. Break, broke, broken. Broken is the past participle. The lamp is broken. And your question is, by whom? Who broke the lamp? So many times we use passive voice and it hides who did something. I think, for example, use in academic speech a lot of times they say that as well. They use this a lot in academic writing. We'll look at it more another day. Let's continue. All right, let's practice to do. Repeat after me. It's the same people, but now we're using do. And I don't want you to be bored, but I want you to be learning. Be bored. That's passive voice. I don't want you to be bored. I want you to learn. Here we go. Repeat after me. I do, I do, I do. Do, I do, I do, I. Yes, I do. No, I don't. I don't. I do. He does, he does, he does. Does he, does he, does he? Yes, he does. No, he doesn't. He doesn't. He does. She does, she does, she does. Does she, does she, does she? Yes, she does. No, she doesn't. She doesn't. She does. It does, it does, it does. Does it? Does it? Does it? Yes, it does. No, it doesn't. It doesn't. It does. We do, we do, we do. Do we do, we do we? Yes, we do. No, we don't. We don't. We do. You do, you do, you do. Do you do, you do you? Yes, you do. No, you don't. You don't. You do. They do, they do, they do. Do they do, they do they? Yes, they do. No, they don't. They don't. They do. Good. Now, the simple tenses use to do and the base. And we talked about what the base was. He is cooking, the base is cook. She works at the hospital, the base is work. They walked in the past, in the park. They walked past us in the park. The verb is walk, the base is walk. He fishes every Sunday. The base is fish. We had this lesson, I think, 2 weeks ago. And so we have the simple tenses to do plus the base. I do cook hamburgers. He does play football. We don't like Johnny. She speaks a little English. Do you ever get lonely? Do they go to see their family every Sunday? So do, like do cook. When we say do cook, we eliminate the do. We just say, instead of I do, I do, I do, I do cook, we just say, I cook. We do play, we play. We do like, we like. They do speak, they speak. Uh, I do get, I get. You do go, you go. Now, does is a little different. We're going to eliminate the does, but we're going to keep the S. He does cook, he cooks. She does play, she plays. He does like, he likes. She does speak, she speaks. It does get, it gets. It does go, it goes. The same is similar with did. We're going to eliminate the did, but we're going to keep the D. I did cook, I cooked. I did play, I played. I did like, I liked. I did speak, I spoke. Now, when we keep the D in a regular verb, we normally add ed to the base. But in irregular verbs, instead of adding ed, we take away the did and the vowel changes. I did speak, I spoke. Now listen, you want to say speak in the past, and you remember, and you don't remember that it's not irregular, and you say, I speaked to the teacher yesterday. Ooh, that's not correct. It's I spoke to the teacher yesterday. Speak, spoke, spoken. Speak, spoke, spoken. Speak, spoke, spoken. I spoke to the teacher yesterday. So irregular verbs, you just have to learn them. And so we gave you a list of them. And we'll look at that list in a minute. He did get, he got. We did go, we went. And you just have to remember irregular verbs by memory. So cooking, here we are again. Cook, works, work, walked, walk, fishes, fish. We take that base. I do cook hamburgers. I cook hamburgers. He does play football. He plays football. We don't like Johnny. We can't change it because it's do not. We do, we do, we do, we do. Do we, do we, do we? Yes, we do. No, we don't. We don't. And you can't change it. She does speak. She speaks. Do you ever? Uh, it's a question. You can't change it. We do, we do, we do. Do we, do we, do we? We don't change the questions. They do go. They go. We looked at the principal parts last week: the base, the infinitive, the present, the participle, the past, and the past participle. The base is the basic part of the verb, like cook. The infinitive is the to part of the verb, to plus the base, to cook. The present is do or does plus the base, and we just talked about that. Do cook or cook, does cook or cooks. The present participle is the ing part of the base, cooking, and the past is the did part of the base, cooked, and the past participle is also the did part of the base in regular verbs, cooked. We're going quickly. Principal parts of to clean. To clean. Clean or cleans. Cleaning. Cleaned. Cleaned. Principal parts of to wash. Wash. To wash. Wash or washes. Washing. Washed. Washed. The base of to end is end. I'll take a moment. I'm calling this the base of the verb. Some grammar books call this the bare infinitive. Bare means something like with nothing extra, with nothing extra. It's bare. And so this is the bare infinitive. It doesn't have the to, but I like the word base. To plus the base is to end. End or ends. Ending. Ended. Ended. Now we have to swim. And you might remember that to swim is an irregular verb. So that means the past and the past participle are different. Did you learn from the list that to swim is swim, swam, swum? Swim, swam, swum? Let's take a look at it. The base of swim is swim. The infinitive is to swim. The present is swim or swims. The past participle is swimming. The past is swam. Swim, swam, swam. So the past participle is swum. Run is also an irregular verb. And so you get past run, runs, running, and you come to run, ran, and the past participle is run. Read is also irregular. Read, to read. Read or reads for the present. For the present, reading. Read, 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 read. Read, read, read. And we talked about that since the base is so easy, since the infinitive is so easy, since the present participle is so easy, we just need to start with the base or the present and learn for the irregulars the past and the past participle. So read, 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 swim, swam, swam, eat, ate, eaten, sing, sang, sung. We need the present, the past, and the past participle. How do you learn irregular verbs? You listen you repeat, and you remember. So, do you have your list? I hope you have your list. If you don't have your list, send me a message and I'll send you a new one later. Here we go. I'm going to read them and repeat after me. Cost, cost, cost. Cut, cut, cut. Hit, hit, hit. Hurt, hurt, hurt. Let, let. Put, put. Lend, lent, lent. Send, sent, sent. Spend, spent, spent. Build, built, built. Lose, lost. Shoot, shot. Get, got. Sit, sat. Keep, kept. Sleep, slept. Burn, burnt. Learned, learnt. Smell, smelt. Dream, dreamt. And those can be regular. In American English, they're usually regular. Instead of in British English, they're irregular. Next column, sell, sold. Tell, told. Find, found. Have, had. Hear, heard. Hold, held. Read, read. Say, said. Pay, paid. Make, made. Stand, stood. Understand, understood. Bring, brought. Buy, bought. Fight, fought. Think, thought. Catch, caught. Teach, taught. Break, broken. Choose, chosen. Speak, spoken. Steal, stolen. Wake, woken. Bite, bitten. Hide, hidden. Drive, driven. Ride, ridden. Rise, risen. Write, written. Eat, ate, eaten. Fall, fell, fallen. Forget, forgotten. Give, gave, given. See, saw, seen. Take, took, taken. Blow, blew, blown. Grow, grew, grown. Know, knew, known. Throw, threw, thrown. Fly, flew, flown. Draw, drew, drawn. Show, showed, shown. Begin, begun. Drink, drank, drunk. Ring, rang, rung. Swim, swam, swum. Sing, sang, sung. Come, came, come. Become, became, become. Beat, beaten. Run, ran, run. Good. Well, that's what we did in the 2 weeks before today. Is everybody okay? Any questions or observations? If you have something, you can unmute and ask a question. All right. We're going to continue, and you can go ahead and unmute. Everybody unmute. The rest of the lesson is not so fast now that we've done the review. Good. I can hear people out there. All right. Let's see. I'm going to go back to share the screen. I'm going to go back to the PowerPoint. And today we're talking about participles as adjectives. Do you remember we have two kinds of participles? We have present participles and past participles. And an adjective is something that describes things. So here's a class, but it's not an English class. It's not Uh, it's not a mathematics class or a history class. It's a cooking class. By the way, if you're living in my town, Meridian, and you want to, there are cooking classes offered. I mean, right now it's COVID, but maybe in the future you can have a chance to take a class on cooking. Do you see a participle? A cooking class. Do you see a participle? Cooking, to cook, cook, to cook, cook or cooks, cooking, cooked, cooked. Cooking is the present participle. And here I'm using it to tell what kind of class this is. It is a class for cooking. Who doesn't like some fried chicken? Where is the participle?
Fried?
Fried is a participle. Is it a present participle or a past participle?
Present?
Present has ing. Past has ed.
Oh, so it's past?
So it's past. So it tells you that the chicken is not crudo. It's not raw. The chicken is fried. Somebody fried the chicken. You get the idea? So I know I don't need to go get corn because the chicken is hungry. It's a fried chicken. Okay? So I use a participle to describe chicken. Where's the participle in this one?
Bake.
Yeah. And baked chicken is healthier than fried chicken. And it's chicken, so it's delicious. But fried chicken is more delicious. That's an opinion. It may be a fact. So again, I know the chicken is not hungry. I also know the chicken is not raw, crudo, it's not raw. I know the chicken is not, I know it's cooked, but I also know it's not fried chicken. Okay? It's baked chicken. It was put in the oven. The tired old man. This one's a little more difficult. The tired old man. Where is the past participle?
Is it tired?
So the word tire means to lose your energy. And so in the old language, you could say, oh, boring movies tire me. We don't use that so much now, but we still use tired to describe it when we have no more energy. I'm tired. He is the tired old man. All right, what about this one? The swimming pool.
Swimming?
Swimming. Now you can imagine that there is a pool for fishing. Or you can imagine that there is a pool for watering, giving water to the cows. But this pool is for swimming. It's a swimming pool. This one's more difficult. The worn out shirt. It's an irregular verb. Can you see it?
Worn out shirt. Yeah.
The word worn. Wear, worn, worn. Wear, worn, worn. When you have your clothing and you wear your clothing, but as you wear it, the clothing wears, and it means it gets thinner and thinner. The cloth gets thin, the cloth wears. Sometimes our electronics, they wear too. The parts of it begin to break and wear out with time. And a shirt can wear out. To wear out means to become fragile or to become weak. So a worn out shirt, sometimes a worn out shirt is your favorite shirt because it's so comfortable. So wear out, wore out, worn out, wear, wore, worn, wear, wore, worn. And so we can talk about a worn out shirt. Let's look at this a little bit closer. Present participles are the base plus ing. And it's talking about doing it. It's an action, a continuous action that's in motion. Or it's talking about used for it. So if I use the word cooking, I'm talking about it's cooking. Or if I say a cooking class, I'm saying it's a class that's used for cooking. So here it is, a cooking class. Is the class cooking? Maybe, but the class is used to learn how to cook. Here we have the swimming pool. Is the pool swimming? No. If I said the swimming dog, then I know the dog is swimming.
Swimming. Mm-hmm.
But when I say the swimming pool, I don't mean the pool is swimming. No. I mean the pool is used for swimming. In this one, my aching back. Oh, my aching back. It means my back is aching. Some amazing experiences. It means the experiences are amazing. That's the present participle. Let's look at the past participles. Okay. You might need to change your display so you can see it. Past participles are the base plus the ed form. And when we use a past participle, when we use a past participle, we're talking about something that's completed or finished. Now, wait a minute. When we're talking about present participles, ing, we're talking about it's doing, it's in process. But when we use the ed form, we're talking about it's finished, it's complete, or it receives the action. It receives the action. It's passive. You know, oh, it's whatever. Some fried chicken. Now, this means that somebody fried the chicken. So it tells you somebody fried the chicken. It's some fried chicken. The same with the baked chicken. The tired old man. This means it's completed or finished. He's tired. The worn out shirt. That could be passive. That could be passive. So let's look at some examples. We're going to look at present participle adjectives, past participle adjectives. To clean. All right, you ready for this one? Let's see. Yeah, let's go back. Uh-oh. To clean. So I want to use the word cleaning. Cleaning is the present participle, and I want to use it as an adjective. So I'm going to say the cleaning brush. The cleaning brush. What kind of brush is that?
The one that you
The cleaning brush.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You had it, Lorena. Tell me.
the one that you have for clean.
Mm-hmm. You use it for cleaning.
Mm-hmm.
It's not for combing your hair. It's not for brushing your teeth. It's the cleaning brush. All right. But what if I said the cleaned brush?
The one that is clean.
Uh-huh. Somebody cleaned it. So you could call it the clean brush or the cleaned brush. I remember that brush was dirty. Boy, look at it now. It's clean. It's the cleaned brush. Let's do washing. Uh, what's good? A good one. At the car wash. No, that's not a good one. Let's think of another one. Oh, I have my grandmother's washing pot. It's in the backyard. It's a big iron pot that she used to wash clothes. What does it mean when you say washing pot?
The same as the brush. You use the washing pot for wash something.
That's exactly right. It's not the cooking pot. It's not used for cooking. It's not the bathing pot. It's not used for bathing. It's the washing pot.
Wash.
We use it for washing. Now listen to this. The washed pot.
That means it's clean. It's been washed.
Somebody did it. It's done. It's complete.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Wrapping and wrapped. Wrapping and wrapped. Can you think of some examples?
You're talking about like a taco wrapping?
Okay.
I mean,
So that's using it as a verb. She is wrapping the taco. That's a verb. Can you use it as an adjective?
mm,
What can you describe as wrapping something? What do you need at Christmas?
wrapping presents.
You're
Gift.
wrapping presents. Uh-huh. So you need wrapping paper.
Wrapping paper, right?
Uh-huh. Wrap means to put it around it, to cover it. And wrapping paper is paper used for wrapping. What about the past tense, the past participle, wrapped?
We wrap the presents.
Okay, now that's the verb. We wrapped the presents. And you can use the passive. The presents are wrapped. And you can use the adjective, the wrapped presents. The wrapped
I
present.
think I'm kind of confused with the adjective and the present or whatever, or the verb. I'm
Right.
kind of.
So let's take wrapped and let's let's go, let's see how I can do this. Let's share a white screen, a whiteboard. All right. And we have some text. All right. We have wrap. All right. And we want to look at wrapping and wrapped.
Right.
So we have the base. I can get rid of that. We don't really need that because we know what we're talking about. Now I can say, let's see, he is wrapping the present for his wife. I want to take this off. He is wrapping the present for his wife. All right. That's very familiar, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know of a wrapping present. And then you can say, let's say, okay, so here we go. He is wrapping the present for his wife, but he needs more wrapping paper. So here we have to be plus the present participle. It tells me he's begun and he's continuing and he's not finished. But here we have the same word and it tells me about the paper. He needs the paper that is used for wrapping. He needs more wrapping paper. How are you? Is it very obvious?
Yeah, it is.
Good. I'm glad it's obvious. Let's go back. We just did wrapping. Now let's do wrapped. He wrapped the present for, he wrapped the present, well, for his wife. Now the question here is, it's a little ambiguous. Did he wrap a present for his wife, or did he wrap a present and the present is for his wife? Did he wrap for his wife, or is the present for his wife? But let's get past that and watch this. The present is wrapped already, or the present is already wrapped. And the second one, this is passive. It doesn't tell me who wrapped. It tells me the present is wrapped. And then I'm going to use wrapped as an adjective. The wrapped present on the table. I don't know if I can get more room. He put the wrapped present on the table. Can you see all of that?
Yes.
So, wrapped here is the past tense. And you know what? I'm wondering if I'm spelling wrapped wrong. It doesn't look right to me. Just a second. Let me check. Need to check my spelling. Sometimes as I'm looking at things, they don't look right. So let's see. That's right. All right. So wrapped the present for his wife. The present is wrapped already. That's passive. And then the wrapped present, it tells me which present is on the table, the one that he wrapped. All right. Let's see. Let's see if I can make my point. Chop. So I want adjectives using chopping and chopped. What can you describe as chopped? Chopped what? Chopped means cut. What can you describe as chopped?
I have an onion chop, like something for chop the onion.
Ah, okay. So you have, let's see, I can't write on this. You have a chopping device for onions.
I don't even know
Maybe
what.
shop.
So you have a chopping device. Is it a one of those things like a
Present.
Mm-hmm.
uh-huh. So we normally call the chopping devices choppers.
Oh, well, something new to learn.
Yeah. So you have an onion chopper. Good, good. And if you use it, what does it give you?
The chop onion,
Chop,
chop,
chop.
the chop
It
onion.
gives you chopped onions. So some knives are for cutting. They're cutting knives. And sometimes
Chop.
it's a chopping knife. Some devices are for cutting and some devices are for chopping,
Mm-hmm.
and so you can have a cut apple, cut. You can have a cut apple, or you can have, uh, yeah, if I said, or you can have a chopped apple. You can have a cut apple, or you can have a chopped apple, and that's different. So my point is you can take a verb, like cook, and you can make it an adjective. That's my point.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
You can tell about something. Uh, here is a, you can imagine, here is a bag. What kind of bag is that? It is a shopping bag. So I took shop and I told you what kind of bag. Here is a bag. What kind of bag is it? It is a broken bag. So I take the word broken and I tell you not what kind of bag it is, but what happened to the bag. And so that's the point of the lesson today. Let me think of another example. Buying. Can you use buying as an adjective? Sometimes the manager of a store needs to go on a buying trip. What is a buying trip?
To get more merchandise. I don't know. I never heard that before.
So if you heard buying trip, you got the right idea. So I remember one of my students, she would go to California and she would go to Korea on buying trips. It was a trip and she was going buying clothes put into her store. Um, is that me? What about um, bought? Bought. Can you use bought as an adjective? I'll give you a chance. I've got an idea. Buy, bought, bought. I've got one. You ready? My mother used to sew shirts. So I had two kinds of shirts. I had bought shirts, shirts that were bought. I had bought shirts and I had homemade shirts, shirts that were made at home, homemade shirts. Um, Here's one that's funny. Let's see. People ask me this a lot. Let's see. Clear. All right. Watch this. Can you tell me the difference?
Sigue muda, comadre.
Tell me again.
I mean, I am boring means I am boring now, and bored means you was bored.
No,
No.
no.
I think it's I'm bored with ed is wrong because I am is like right now, but bored is like in the past. Is it? Well, I don't know.
That's
It's what I say. It's what I say. But he says not.
uh-huh.
Because
Listen.
I am, and the right way to say is I was, or or not. I don't know. It works.
Good, good, good. I'm looking for the answer and I'm going to find it. Here we go. Let's go back. Let's go back if we can.
Now they know we need those classes, right?
Yep.
Now I feel like the kids when you tell them like how much is 2 plus 2 and we say 5. Easy for you, but we are like kind of confused.
Here we come. I think I've got it. To be. How to use it. You ready? For identification, for description, for a location, for progressive continuous tense, and for passive voice. to be plus the ed. So let me see if I can share a different screen. Remember this right here. Passive voice. I was bored. I am boring. I was bored. How are you? Do you see my point?
Good.
Now
Yes.
let me explain the meaning. Let's go back to the whiteboard. I am boring says, I am boring says, I am, let's see, I want to do it differently. Let's see if it'll let me. Let's do it this way. I am boring equals I am the cause of the boredom. I'm the one doing it. And bored means I get the result. Someone else is the cause. Ing means I am doing it, I am causing it. Ing means he, she, they're doing it, they're causing it. He, she, ed means they receive the result. Let me do it another way. I am burning the chicken. It's always chicken with me, isn't it? I am burned. Do you see the difference? I am burning the chicken. I am burned. Let's see, what's another example? I am wearing out this shirt. Now this means that the shirt is getting old. I'm making the shirt old. I am wearing out this shirt. I am worn. It's the past participle. Out. It means I am tired. I receive the effect. I am wearing. I am the cause. I am worn. I get the effect. I am laughing. I'm laughing. I'm the one. Ha ha ha. I am laughed at means other people are laughing at me. I am boring. I am not interesting. I am not saying anything interesting. You know everything I already say. Okay. I'm bored. I want to do something different. I'm bored. I am boring means I am the cause. I am bored. I think it's maybe in this class, maybe you are bored. or confused. If the student is bored or confused, the teacher is boring and confusing. Ah. So let me go back. See if I can find the main point that I want to share. There's got to be a better way to do this, but yeah, hang on. Yeah, I found it. One second. All right. Today we've talked about participles as adjectives. And we know that there are present participles. And these adjectives talk about doing it or being used for it. A cooking class, cooking, a cooking class. The swimming pool tells us the pool is used for swimming. My aching back tells me that my back is aching. Some amazing experiences tell me that the experiences are amazing. Past participles are the base plus ed, and they talk about things that are completed or finished, or they talk about things that are passive. And we may need more practice understanding passive. Fried chicken. The chicken is completely fried, but the chicken did not fry itself. Someone fried the chicken. The chicken was passive, not active. Fried chicken. The same with baked chicken. The chicken is completely baked. Someone baked the chicken. The chicken did not bake itself. The tired old man. It's finished. He's not tiring. He's tired. It's finished. It's complete. The worn out shirt. The result. We see the result. We don't see the process. We see the result. So, as we talk about participles, present participles and past participles, we can see that they're used as adjectives. We can see a class, a cooking class, the pool, the swimming pool, my back, my aching back, some experiences, some amazing experiences, some chicken, some fried chicken, the baked chicken, an old man, a tired old man, the shirt, the worn out shirt. So the purpose of the class today, we've been studying verbs. We've been studying verbs, and we've been studying how to use is and do. I have 2 more lessons that I want to do about verbs. Next week, we're going to take a break and we're going to look at irregular plurals. Plurals that instead of adding an S, like 1 dog, 2 dogs, you don't add an S. It's 1 deer, 2 deer. one fish, two fish. We're going to take a look at that. But we are looking at verbs now, and we've looked at I am and the present participle, and we've looked at I do, and we've studied present participles used as adjectives, and we've studied past participles used as really two things. We've studied the passive a little bit, and we've studied adjectives also. Questions?
I think I'm fine. I just need to practice.
Okay. Do you see anything different? Or do you see anything differently after today's class?
Oh yeah, I think the class is so good. I just need to keep practice on it and really see what is the present participle, the verb, the all that. But it's good. I'm learning.
Lorena, do you see something new?
Everything is new for me. Now like, what else to learn? But yeah, it is a good class. I mean, it was today a good class. Like, you teach us how to use like words that we always use, but for another meaning, like the washing pot, like, you know.
Mm-hmm. My goal here is the words, the vocabulary is familiar.
Yeah.
When you're reading it, you can see it with your eyes. And you know, swimming, or excuse me, you know, cooking, cooked, you know, buying, bought, you know these things.
Yeah.
But maybe you didn't realize that if it's ing, then it's continuing, or it is the purpose. And if it's the past, the ed, it is the result, or it's finished. And that's really all I want you to know today. And the more you hear it, the more you can use it.
Yes.
The more you hear it and you go, oh, that's what Richard was telling me. He's not finished. It's still
something, but we just don't use it, or we forgot about it, but we hear it again and we see it, so we remember that we saw this before.
That's what I hope. That's what I hope.